yoga. And so this is going to be a restorative class. And so the point of a restorative class is really just to calm, to soothe our bodies, and to really give us an opportunity to practice self-care and healing. And so today's class, like I said, will be restorative. And I really want to encourage you to take it at your own pace and listen to your body. If you do have a couple pillows nearby, I'm sitting on a pillow, and then just have maybe 2 pillows nearby. You can also have a rolled up blanket, anything that can support you in kind of creating a bolster, that just to give it a little extra cushion, make it a little bit easier on the joints if you are experiencing any pain or difficulty in movement. And so we'll go ahead and get started, cross-legged. Like I said, you can sit on a pillow to support you in sitting upright. Now, if you do have any lower back issues, this might not feel very comfortable. So go ahead and just lay down fully onto your yoga mat. Your knees will stay up just to relieve a little bit of the tension off. So just for today's practice, I'm going to start cross-legged position, sitting on my pillow. And go ahead and, like I said, bring your arms down by your sides, palms facing up, and go ahead and close your eyes. Tension or anywhere that you might be holding onto any stress. If you're sitting a lot at a desk or you've been driving a lot lately, it's really common to get lower back pain. And so I just want to encourage you to breathe into those areas of tension. Might be around your neck, your shoulders. Just check in with them, find the tension, and breathe into this space. Let it go with every exhale. Inhaling in through the nose, out through your mouth, releasing tension with every exhalation. Inhaling in through your nose and out through your mouth. All right. If you are sitting down on a pillow, you can put that off to the side. We're all going to meet on our backs. Tension in your lower back. You can feel free to keep your knees up, feet on the mat. Otherwise, see if you can straighten out both legs, and your hands will be down by your side. Counting to a count of 6, and we're going to bring our arm up with the inhalation all the way behind us and above our head to meet the ground. And then we're going to come back with our exhalation for a count of 6. As we inhale, bringing our right arm over our head, holding it at the top as we holding our breath, and our arm above our head that touches the ground. So with your next inhalation, let's take a deep breath in through the nose and count to 6, 4, 5, and 6. As you bring your right arm all the way to the top, go ahead and hold. And 2, 3, 4, bringing it back down to your side, 5 and 6, sky, for a count of 6, holding it at the top, and then exhaling for a count of 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, as it comes back down to your side. So that's holding it at the top as well as your breath, and exhaling for a count of 6 as your arm comes back down, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to go ahead and alternate onto our left side. Inhaling as we bring our arm up toward the sky, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holding at the top. And exhaling as we come back down, bringing our hand up toward the sky, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To meet 4, 5, 6. Hold it at the top and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go ahead and do that one more time. Inhaling as we bring our hands up toward the sky. 2, and exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really in a way that you can still kind of touch your heels. Your knees will be pointing toward the sky. And if you are experiencing any back pain, really in this pose, you're going to just tuck your belly in toward the back of your spine, kind of like you're trying to fit into your skinny jeans. And if you can, or what we're going to end up doing is lifting up our hips up off the ground here by pressing into the feet, engaging the glutes, and then we're going to do the same count, the 6 count breath as we lift our hips each. You're inhaling for a count of 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then as we come back down, 5 and 6. So just pay attention to your body here. Notice if there's any areas of pain or tension, and if so, feel free to down, bringing our exhaling as we bring our hand back down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the hips meet the ground as well at the top of that 6 count. And for our last time on the right side, inhaling the hand and hips up slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Holding that at the top and exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're really into the ground with your heels and slowly start to lift your hips up off of the mat, bringing your hand up toward the sky for a count of 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Your palm should be facing the ceiling. Exhaling for a count of 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as you come down to the mat. We're going to do that once again. Inhaling as we bring our hips up toward the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hold that at the top. Your hips are off the mat. And then slowly start to bring your hips back down as well as your hand. For a count of 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Do that for one last time on the left side. Inhaling our hand and hips up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And exhaling after we hold. Rock our knees side to side in a windshield wiper motion. Rocking both knees to the left and slowly rocking them to the right. Back over to the left and over to the right, mindfully and with control. Open up that right and left side of your back. If any of this brings any pain, hug your knees toward your chest and just twist over to the side, letting your knees fall down by your side, and your hands are going to come also to your sides. See if you can pin that right shoulder down. You can also support your knees or your legs as they come back up to center. We're going to go ahead and alternate and do the same thing onto the other side, hugging our knees toward our chest and gently moving into a supine twist over to the right. Your hands are going to be down by your sides here, and your gaze is going to be over to your left. Opposite of your knees. Really breathe into the side body, breathe into your back body here. Keeping both shoulders down. And slowly with control, mindfully bring your knees back up to center, engaging your core here. And you can always help your knees out with your with your hands, especially if you are experiencing any back pain. All right, go ahead and just rock that out one more time. Windshield wiper to the left and then to the right, and then come over onto your side to a fetal position before we move into our next pose. So your hands are going to be directly underneath your shoulders, and your knees are going to be directly underneath your hips. Extra layer, you can always roll up your mat for your towel just to support your knees. Same thing for your hands. You can roll up the mat, your towel, to support right underneath your palms. And then with your next inhale, bring your chest forward as your gaze comes up toward the sky. Inhaling into your cow pose and exhaling into your cat pose. As you bring your spine toward the back of the room, and your belly button's hugging the back of your spine. Inhaling into your cow, bringing your chest forward and your gaze up, all the way to the back of the room. Do that a few more times at your own pace, bringing your chest forward into, just bringing a little bit of movement to our spine here, warming up the spine and sending lots of love to this area that supports us throughout our entire day. Moving into your point directly in front of you and exhaling into your cat as you bring your belly button toward the back of the room, tucking in your spine. All right. So from here, we're going to be moving toward our deer pose. But before we do so, we're going to do a little bit of upper spine work. We're going to work into the thoracic spine with a little thrust, bringing your left hand at the center of your mat directly underneath the sky, and then twisting as you move into your thread the needle. You're just bringing your arm in between that space of your alternate arm on the mat. Bring your ear down to the mat here and just feel, you can feel free to bring your hand up toward the sky and then behind you onto your back, or you can leave it down onto the ground, simply supporting you into the stretch here as you open up the shoulders. Really enjoy the pose while you're here. And slowly and mindfully start to come out of that pose, bringing your left arm and hand to the mat as you come out of the pose, and bringing your right arm up toward the sky and then down to meet at the sky as we thread the needle, bringing our left arm in between that space of our right arm and the mat. And we're going to move. You can go ahead and, like I said earlier, use your free arm to support you into the pose by pushing into the ground, or you can bring it up above you and then to rest on your back, whatever works for you. Listen to your body here. Release any tension around your, and simply breathe here. Slowly start to come out of that pose by bringing your right hand toward the mat and pushing yourself back up. So if you are, if you do have a bit of mobility issues today, feel free to use a towel, rolled up towel, a folded up blanket or pillow for this next pose as we move simply into a gentle, supported child's pose in front of you, and slowly start to come down and to rest on. And your gaze can come off to the side. You can also rest your head. Good. I'm going to extend my arms out simply to open up my armpit area a bit more. Shoulder. Release any tension that you might have around your neck. Slowly start to come up out of the pose, using your hands to support you up. A few modifications for you. First, I'm going to show you our deer pose. And then, if you'd like, if that doesn't work for you, or you want something a little bit more gentle, you can practice a supported little pillow fortress, a little mountain of our pillows. And so I've got my blanket on the bottom, I got a couple pillows on the top, and then right in front of me, the bottom of my foot is resting on the top of my left leg. So go ahead and twist toward your pillows, which should be directly in front of you, and gently separate it. Your hands will become being out in front of you. You can even create a little pillow underneath with your hands by bringing both palms together. Find what works for you and whatever's most comfortable. Now, if you can't seem to relax into this pose, we're going to I'm going to show you a slightly different pose which still is going to target the same areas. So if you have a wall nearby, I highly want to encourage you to use it. You're going to bring both feet, onto your wall, and then create a figure 4 here. And with bringing your right foot over your left knee, and then pushing with your left foot, opening up that right hip here, and gently listening to your body. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can push even more into the wall, or bring your foot down a little lower. Find what works for you. Breathing in through the nose and out through your mouth. Your hands are going to be down right by your side, or splayed out a little further. And just hang out into this pose. We'll be here for another 30 seconds. And if this is feeling good for you and it works, feel free to pause the video and hang out in this pose a little bit longer. We'll go ahead and undo our figure 4, bringing our right leg back to meet the other side of the wall. So if you are in your deer pose, if you're using your right knee, and you can play with that a little bit. So you might notice that you get a different feeling if your ankle's a little bit further down on your knee, or if you place your ankle directly on the knee, you're going to get a different, you're going to target a different of that hip. So here we're just opening up the hips, releasing any tension. And obviously our hips are pressing into the wall with your right foot now. Feel free to bring the foot down a little bit further, maybe the heel up off the wall, as you push into the balls of your feet through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel free to close your eyes as you relax into this pose. And we'll hang out here for another minute. Notice if you can relax your shoulders further and further into the ground. And just visualize your arms sinking, your shoulders sinking into the ground or into the mat, your neck, releasing any tension that you might have around your jaw. There's a tendency to clench our jaw in this pose, since our jaws are connected to our hamstrings. And so there is a gentle hamstring stretch that's taking place right now. And really you're just allowing, whether it's gravity on your deer pose, do the work, or the gentle push that you have up against the wall by having your right foot firmly placed. Like I said, if this feels good, feel free to pause and hang out into this pose a bit longer onto the wall. We're going to move right back into that figure four, only we're going to do a twist here. We're going to practice our twist in the figure four. So bringing your right heel to your right ankle to your ear. And from here, you're going to hold on to your right foot, your right arm, with your left hand, with your right hand, you're just going to put that down by your side. Or you can even push the right. So if you have a tie, you can also use that to support you. You're just internally pointing it away from your body. If you're still holding on to your left foot, to your right foot with your left hand, and your gaze will come over to your right. And simply breathe. Breathe into into your right rib cage. And breathe into any areas of tension. On your next inhale, engage your core and bring your both knees back up off of the mat or off of the ground. Bring your right ankle off of your left knee and just go ahead and windshield both knees to one side and then to the other. We're going to go ahead and alternate our figure four, bringing our right ankle to our left knee, pushing the left knee away from our body here with our left hand, and with our right side of our body, we'll turn our gaze to the left. Our left knee is still pointing away from us to support us further into the stretch. Both shoulders are on the ground here. And gently breathe into any areas of tension. Notice if you're clenching your jaw again or holding on to any tension near your shoulders, to let it go. Your left hand remains rib cage into your left side body. as you open up and stretch the left lower back and hip area. Out through your mouth. Inhale, engage the core, and bring both knees back up. Bring your foot up off the ground gently and mindfully, and then bring your left foot to meet the mat. All right, go ahead and hug both knees toward your chest here, bringing your head up toward your knees. You're going to push away with your right hand, your right knee, while simultaneously pushing back with that leg. So it's like you're pushing the side. So you're bringing a little bit of balance here, especially if you're driving a lot. This is a great pose to just practice regularly. So you're pulling back with your left hand, pushing away with your right, and then the opposite with your knees. So the right knee is pulling toward you as the left knee is pulling away from you. Let's go ahead and alternate that. Now we're pushing with our left hand as the left knee tries to come toward us. And then our right knee is pulling. And go ahead and alternate that at your own pace. The right hand is pushing the knee away, the right knee away as the right knee comes toward us. And then the left hand is pulling the left knee as the left knee pulls away, and alternating, pushing with your left, pulling with your right hand. Bring your left foot toward you, left leg toward you, and your right leg away from you. All right, go ahead and shake that out. Bringing both legs outstretched and down below you, and your arms out above your head. Just feel the length of your body here as you stretch out fully. Then for our last, or a rolled up blanket, whatever works best for you. And you're gonna place this right underneath your belly. So not on the tummy, which can be uncomfortable, and especially for your digestion, it's not the best. And so we're simply going to lay down onto the pillow here, which is going to be placed directly underneath. Right? Or you can even create a little pillow with your hands. Find whatever works for you. And we're going to hang out here for a few minutes. If you're able to and it's comfortable, you can bring your palms to face down, gently opening up the chest, the ceiling. Corpse pose. Breathing into any tension. And with every exhalation, feel this gentle chest opener take place with the support of gravity. Side, if we're looking to your left, you can look to the right now, simply to balance out the stretch in your neck. Keeping your shoulders away from your bringing the pillow out from underneath you. All right. Hopefully today's practice was restorative and supports you through anything that you're dealing with. And with hands at heart center in prayer, namaste.